No, bro. You didn't see me in the chat,
Yo,
so I thought I'd treat you like that. I thought I'd treat you like
that.
I thought I'd treat you like that live, bro. You didn't see me in the chat. I hollered at you in the chat, bro. You know what I mean? You I like you was acting like John Cena, like you could see.
Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna see you, dog. I figured the law firm for Connor would be working overtime these days, you know.
Yeah, who knows what?
Because we're really good at what we do, we managed to get everything locked, secured, and go home early. Why not?
Oh, it's like that. Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Salute. All right.
But wait, did anyone mention the fact that Hadzovic fought Moicano, got submitted, and said, "But if you wanted to fight more, why did you submit me?" Did anyone mention that? I didn't hear you guys talking about it.
Nobody mentioned that, bro.
No. You wasn't here to say that, bro. That's what it was. Yes, I mean, don't try and put it on us that, oh, did I hear anybody say that? Did I hear anybody say Bro, you weren't here to say that. You should have been here to say that, bro. You get me? Don't try, that's on you. Now you said it, the whole hey, Magdalene, no. Hey, listen,
you started.
That's on you, bro. You know what I mean? The fact
Usman didn't get under his skin, but you fucking Yao did.
Nah, y'all ain't even no. We're not gonna do that. Shit. All right, let's go to the next one. Yo, we're gonna come to you on this one first, but let's get the stats out first. Okay, we got Mohamed Naimov versus Khan Offley. Offley coming in with a record of 11-3, won no contest, and Mohamed Naimov with the 11-3 record. Offley fighting out of Turkey, and we got Naimov fighting out of that town I don't like to pronounce, man. Like
Tajikistan.
That one. What Cross said? I know you said it's easy, but you couldn't say it the last time. Anyways,
just said it, bro. What are you talking about?
No, you've been learning to say it, man. You've been learning to say it.
Yeah, I haven't said it in the mirror.
I don't like saying it, man. I don't like saying it. It's not like I don't like the place. It's just I can't pronounce it properly, and I want to do it justice. Anyway, this fight is happening in the featherweight division, and we are coming to Yao first. What are you saying about this fight, Yao? Who are you picking?
Look, I'm going with the favorite in this one. I'm going with Mohamed Naimov. I think if I look at his work rate, he's now 3-1 in the UFC. His first loss was his last fight against Felipe Lima. But, I mean, we know what work Felipe Lima has been putting in, and it was a good fight, even though he lost by RNC in the third round. So, looking at the work he's been putting in and the skill that he has, I'm going with him. But also, if I look at his opponent, he's one fight in the UFC, one loss in the UFC. He's not as experienced as Naimov in the UFC and just in general, even though he's got a decent record of 11-3. So I think this is just going to be a test that's just too far for him in terms of Khan Offley. But I'm definitely going with Naimov in this fight.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it better. Yao. I mean, when you look at Neymar's record, to have Nathaniel Wood on his record and a win at that to me, that's a respectable win on his record. And I know that's your boy, Mac. Then it pains you. Yeah, I get it.
No, but you know, damn, bro.
But I get it. But I'm using it as
it'll be my go in a minute. Well,
yeah, it'll be your go. Let me land. Right, but to have Nathaniel Wood on his record is respectable for me. So to fight inexperienced fighter as an Offley, like you said, I mean, Naimov has fought a lot of very good fighters in the UFC, so I don't see why this Offley guy is going to present any kind of problem for him. And yeah, he had a little stumble in the last fight, but I think he'll get back to winning ways because he was, you know, it was on a nice run before he got caught by Felipe Lima. So I think he'll get back to winning ways. So yeah, I'm going to be going with Naimov as well. So Magdane, you have the floor and talk about your boy losing to him.
Right, so for a start off, I agree with the shit that, yeah, I mean, Khan Offley is a halal lamb to the slaughter in this one. This brother's too green to be going up against some dude that's got all the experience that Naimov does. But what I do want to say is Naimov is a dirty, cheating little rat. Boys grabs the cage, grabs gloves. He was getting absolutely done in by Nathaniel Wood coming into that third round, and he's holding on to his gloves and stopping him from fighting whilst Nathaniel Woods over the top of him, absolutely laying into him. Boy didn't deserve to win that fight. It was a rough 3-round fight. Don't get me wrong. Nathaniel never started.
You ever heard of if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying? You ever heard of that? You ever heard of that?
Cheating that went on in that fight was disgusting.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, man. That's
see
what
when,
the great
when he got beat by Felipe Lima by a rear naked choke, I was fucking beaming sitting in my seat.
Yeah, I know you was.
What he deserved, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going to be back in Mohammed Naimov in this one. Dude's going to smash it.
After all of that,
do all that just to pick Muhammad Naimov. All that.
I ain't stupid, bro, but I've got to know you. You know what I mean, mate?
Cross.
I mean, hey, I'm fully on board with you guys, man. I'm going with Muhammad Naimov. I think Offleaf's just too low output, doesn't really offer much danger. So I'm just gonna save y'all the trouble. I'm going Muhammad Naimov.
Okay. We got the 7th fight on the docket. Let's see it. We got Ziam versus Mike Davis. Mike Davis coming in with a record of 11-2. Ziam coming in with a record of 16-4. This fight is happening in the lightweight division, people. Ziam fighting out France, and we got Davis fighting out the USA. I'm gonna go first on this one. And this is going to be my second underdog of the night. I will be going with Ziam. I just think Ziam is top fighter. I like. It doesn't look all that when he's fighting, but he's putting it together. And people that really don't know or maybe like boo some striking fights at that, they kind of let it go over their head and don't see what this guy is really doing. To me, he's a fantastic fighter. He's going to do well. And to shout out to Steamroller Frivola, man. I fuck with Steamroller. To put him away like that, bro. Like I don't know if people really understand what this guy is about. And coming in as an underdog as well, it's crazy to me. And Davis ain't really been active as well like that. Like, when was the last fight? Let me see. All right, 10 months ago.
10 months ago, but yeah, I mean, since that, before
since
like,
that, but that's 2 years. That was 2 years.
2
years, 3
years.
yeah.
I mean,
So that's one fight in like 4 years when you look at it, when you really put it together. So, yeah, I'm gonna be going with Ziam on this one. He's been way too active. He's way better technically, I think. And we'll see. I mean, Mike Davis got power though. He could finish him, but Ziam also got power, as we saw with Frivola. Mike Dane.
As my man Stacks over here says, Mike Davis is no joke, and he ain't. Yeah, I mean, even though like we're saying, he's not been that active over a long period of time, he has still been active. He's been getting at least one fight a year in there. Yeah, I mean, the man's got power. He can drop you. He can go 3 rounds. He's quite well rounded, and he's got some decent grappling and submission threats always there as well. But I'm right there with you with Ziam, brother. Like he has been a little bit more active. I mean, he's only beat the likes of like Figlak, Jai Herbert, Pules, and then obviously Matt Frivola. And that Matt Frivola KO was nasty, bro. The one thing that I think Mike Davis is probably gonna struggle with here is the reach a little bit. You know what I mean? Like Ziam's long, dude. Like, and obviously height there's not much difference, but he's long, he's lanky. I think Mike Davis is really going to have to push to try and get on the inside here and have to do what he needs to do to even generate that power. And Ziam's fast as well, like fast. I think that Mike Davis is similar to like a Matt Frivola style fight as well. You know what I mean? The way that Frivola goes out and tries to just chin you too, that's what Mike Davis is going to come out to do. It's going to be one hell of a scrap. I can't wait to see it. But I'm back in Ziam in this one.
Cross.
So I'm finally gonna differ with you boys, man. I'm going Mike Davis here. I think the grappling, he's gonna fight smart. Ziam's definitely very dangerous on the feet. On the ground, though, I think he can be held down and not really offer up much of a threat down there. And I think Mike Davis is gonna use some good fight IQ and just get Ziam on the ground and just control him. And I think he's gonna make it look easy, to be honest with you.
Okay. What about you, Yao?
First of all, shout out Cross. We're matching. Okay, cool.
Where's your glasses,
secondly,
bro?
I looked for mine a second ago. I was like, let me shove those on, but they're not here. But and secondly, shout out to Don Madge, who has actually defeated Fares Ziam. Don Madge is a South African fighter, fights in PFL currently, but I think that I'm going with Ziam, but it's very possible, like Cross said, that he gets rear naked choked maybe in the second round because he's been RNC'd 3 times in his career. All 3 of his losses were by RNC. So it's very possible that if you have someone who's good on the ground, they can actually get him to the position to then choke him out. So I'm going with Ziam, but it's a very close one. It's a very close one. So that's a nice prediction, Cross. It's very possible.
Yeah, man. Okay. Big up everybody that's locked in. I see all of you growing up in the chat. Salute to every single one of you. McDane will put your chats in as well. And yeah, put your predictions in as we put them in on the video.
800. Let's fucking
man.
go.
Congrats.
Appreciate it.
Congrats. We was talking about that actually off air, and the work that you've been putting in, Cross. Salute to you, my bro. Big up yourself. Keep growing. Keep putting the content out there. Keep grinding. Yeah, you go get to that promised land, my bro. Keep working.
Appreciate it, man. Just grinding over here, brother. Just grinding.
Congrats. Okay. Let's go into the next fight. It's Said Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. Vinicius Oliveira coming in with a record of 21-3. Nurmagomedov coming in with a record of 18-3. Nurmagomedov fighting out of Russia, and we got Oliveira fighting out of Brazil. This fight is happening in the bantamweight, people. We are going to come to McDane first on this one.
So yeah, this is going to be an absolute barn burner. I mean, this is going to be wild from the get-go. Vinicius Oliveira obviously that fantastic knockout with the flying knee against Bernardo Sapai, and then he came up against Ricky Simon, bro. That fight against Ricky Simon was absolutely insane. That feels like it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, 7 months ago. Yeah, I mean that was unbelievable. I loved that fight from start to finish. Them brothers just went for it. So you've got Oliveira coming at you with the pace. You've got the grappling, the submission threat, and he's a fast dude himself, Said Nurmagomedov. So it's a tough one to choose. It's going to be an absolute banger. Like Vinicius has definitely got the path to victory here, but I just think again where it's at, who's in his corner, the background and the team that he's coming from. Said it's a bit like those boys have got a different grappling style. We see it week in, week out almost. You know what I mean? So we just
saw it on PFL last week. Like that shit is next level, bro. It's just different level, man. Like those, it don't matter what you do, how much you prepare, man. Like that man, the next level. Cross.
So man, I really like both guys in this fight, man. I think this is potential fight of the night written all over it. Said Nurmagomedov, I mean, very good kicks. He's actually a striker, not really much of a grappler, but he does have some slick submission skills, like his guillotine, very quick with it, can snatch up somebody's neck very quickly. Oliveira, the guy's just high output, got power in his hands, very exciting fight. Like this is some very good matchmaking right here. I think Oliveira is going to be a little bit better in the boxing range with Said, and in the fights that Said's gotten in trouble, he's kind of slowed down with his cardio later in the fight. And I just think Oliveira is just going to wear him down with the pace and the output she's going to get to him. So I'm going with Vinicius Oliveira here.
Okay. Where are you going on this?
That knee on Sopaj was insane. We all saw that knee went viral from Vinicius Oliveira. Now, he's only 2 fights in the UFC, so he's not as experienced as Said, who's 7-2. So he's 9 fights in the UFC. With that said, I'm going with Vinicius. Why? Honestly, I need a dog, and Leroy stressed me out because he said no to my first dog.
What do you mean no? Like, you can't say no to your first dogs. It's your picks, brother. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Hey, let the man do what he wants.
Nah, bro.
I picked Bogdan, and I'm like, listen, if it's
Leroy.
even odds,
No,
right?
no. I'm
If it's
sniffing
even
at some
odds,
collusion right here. Why is Leroy getting invested in other people's
It's
No,
even
no.
odds. That fight was even.
Exactly. So
No, it ain't.
So I say if it's
No, it
even,
ain't.
then they can be a dog. It's okay. It's no
No,
problem. I can
no,
pick
no,
one
no,
or the
no,
other as my
no,
dog.
no,
Why not?
brother.
Why
The
not?
window doesn't close until about 4 a.m. for the UK, so about 3 a.m. for your ass. No, 5 a.m. for your ass. And the
7 a.m.
lines
for
right
him.
now on DraftKings on the
Like
website that
6
we're
a.m.
using of betfightodds.com. Saeed Nurmagomedov is a 170 favorite with Vinicius Oliveira a plus 142 underdog.
That's the live odds. So,
There ain't
but
no
that
even
don't change
Stevens
nothing
odds.
for you, Yao, does it?
Of course it does. Vinicius.
No, he was talking about in the Bogdan fight.
We were talking about the
That
Bogdan
was
fight.
even.
No, this one. That don't change nothing for Yao because they're even and they can pick whichever one they want. So Yao, please continue
But I
before
couldn't
Mac
make it
Dane
across.
rudely
Oh,
interrupted
so
you. Continue.
but I'll pretty much done. But I'm going with Vinicius. I think Nurmagomedov has the toolbox, as you said, Ola, to get it done. But Beniscus has an outside chance of catching him with the boxing, catching him the stand up, doing something Shara Magomedovish and pull a double back fist that Saeed might not see coming. We don't know. So I think his explosiveness and his exciting style could lead to a finish. So I'm going with Vinicius.
You need a dog. I get it. You need a dog. You know what I mean? You need a dog. I understand. But Saeed is the type of fight. It'll make this fight boring. It'll make it difficult. It'll make it and it will just outpoint this brother. If it catches him, it catches him. But I think Saeed definitely got more ways to finish, especially by point scoring. He's good at that. You know what I mean? I think he'll get it done. And yeah, another decision for Said Nurmagomedov, and it's in Saudi as well. So if he goes to the judges, man, you know what I mean? Who knows what them judges might be smoking? They might, they might be smoking some of your bungie out.
That same pack you on, Ola, that's what they're gonna be smoking.
Those are they might be smoking. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go Said Nurmagomedov on this one, man. All right. We'll go to the next fight. We got Sergey Pavlovich versus Yazino Rosenstrike. Biggie Boy coming in with a record of 15-5, and Sergey coming in with a record of 18-3. Sergey fighting out of Russia, and we got Jairzinho fighting out of Suriname. This fight is happening in the heavyweight division. We'll come to you on this one, Cross. How do you see this fight panning out?
So, man, this one was tough because I mean, you know, Sergey has been on a bit of a skid. I think he's on like a 2-fight skid, but does have a 6-inch reach advantage. Rosenstrike will definitely be the more technical striker, but I think that 6-inch reach advantage will allow Sergey to find his chin at some point. And we know Sergey, man. If he touched you one time, like it's a problem. Dude got crazy power, so I'm going with Sergey Pavlovich.
Yeah, man. Yao?
I'm going with Sergey. The power that he has is just unstoppable. When he comes forward, his forward pressure it's overwhelming. Yes, we saw Tom Aspinall dispatch him with what you could call ease, and we saw him going down to Volkov as well. But I think he's back now, and if I look at his opponent here, yes, Rosenstrike is a multiple title-winning kickboxer, but I think he's been through the mill. He's somewhat of a gatekeeper at this point, and I think this is for him to say, listen, I'm either still a going concern in the heavyweight division. I can still potentially, I wouldn't say run for the title, but be in the top 5. And if I lose this fight, well, okay, I don't know, maybe I'll retire. I don't know. And that's why he would have taken this fight. So I'm going with Pavlovich. I think he's going to be able to neutralize Rosenstrike in the 3rd round. After all the pressure, Rosenstrike's going to gas a little bit, and then the 3rd round, he's going to take it. So I'm going Sergey Pavlovich.
I mean, look, Biggie Boy has had a rough ride in the UFC. You know, he's had a rough ride, and I kind of feel for him. I'm looking at his losses here, and in the last five, his losses are to Volkov, who I rate highly. Like, I'm still pissed off about how we got robbed in the last fight against Gan. Like I'm still pissed off, and that was part of the you know the rise there for Volkov as it progresses in his career. And then you look at Jolton Almeida as well, who Biggie Boy lost to. Like, that's not a bad loss considering what we've seen Biggie Boy. I mean, what we've seen Almeida do to a lot of these heavyweights, right? So that's not a bad loss for Biggie Boy. But then when you look at Pavlovich, he's been on the mad tear until he bumped into Aspinall, who's now, for me, you know, the best in the heavyweight. Huh?
You said it, brother. The best in the heavyweight. You said it, brother.
I said it at the time. I still stand by it. Like, John Jones came from 205 to heavyweight, right? I either go, yeah, dirty go, right? But I'm talking about, like, right now, when I feel the belt should have been vacant at the time, at least if John Jones was going to come back in. But that's by the by, right? Pavlovich has been on a nice run, but he bumped into Aspinall, who we know is right up there right now, and Volkov, who nobody really even gave Volkov a chance to beat Pavlovich, but he went in there and managed the distance and just used fight IQ to get the win against Sergey. So, but Sergey is in a 2-fight skid, and you can't be going in a 3-fight losing skid like that, man. And I think he's going to try and want to get back. And that's why I feel sorry for Rosenstrike to be paired up with somebody like a Pavlovich that can shut his lights out. And he's an angry man right now. He's pissed off. And, you know, nothing about those two fights in Aspinall and Volkov, there's nothing they could have done about those two fights. But I think he can do something about this. Rosenstrike is going to try and strike with him as well. He's going to be mad. I think it'll be a bloodbath. I'm going with Sergey on this one. Pavlovich for me. What about you, Magdalene?
Pains me to do it because the man won me £400 when nobody else was backing him. Yeah, I mean, we go back to the Rosenstrike once again, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, you look at Volkov and people were probably writing him off a few years back, and now he's making a lot of run again. We've seen him against Shamil Gaziev, and I feel like I was probably one of the only people that actually backed Rosenstrike to get that done, just basically on like experience and what fight IQ he does have, you know what I mean? And he went out there and actually put a clinic on that man until the corner threw in the towel. We've got a win over Tai Tuivasa after it, which ain't that impressive. But again, like your boys say, the power is the thing that is just like, we've seen this dude get knocked out. And the other thing is, like you mentioned, you look at his record, he's beating these guys in the mid to lower range of the top 10 rankings, but as soon as he comes up there past number 5, like 4, 3, 2, this brother's getting beat by every single one of them. It just seems like he can't get past that little edge of a ceiling, you know what I mean? He's stuck at the skirting board and he can't go past it. Like, so it pains me to do it. It really does, because I'd love to see him get the win. But Sergey Pavlovich is probably going to flatline this brother.
Yeah, at this point, both of them are Volkov's sons. You know what I mean? Like, he birthed this too. So we'll see what happens to them in this fight. I really
don't get me wrong. Like Yao mentioned about like the range. Look how he managed that against Gaziev. You know what I mean? Like he can do it. Like he can manage the range. It's can he take the power?
Man.
He could probably take the power maybe once, maybe twice. Can he take it a third time? Can he take it a fourth time? Is he going to be able to actually keep taking those shots? Because he did get cracked a couple of times by Gaziev too. Because he's hittable. He's very hittable. Like it feels like it's one of those. It's just a matter of time until he gets caught.
Yeah, man. We will see. All right, let's go on to the co-main event of the evening. We got 62 of you watching us live right now. Big up every single one of you. Everybody that's getting active in the chat. Salute to every single one of you as well. Big love. Make sure you're liking the video and showing love to the guys on the platform. Okay. We got Shara Magomedov versus Michael Venom Page. Michael Venom Page coming in with a record of 22-3, and we got Shara with a record of 15-0. Shara fighting out of Russia, and we got Michael Venom Page fighting out of the United Kingdom. This fight is happening in the middleweight, people. What I was gonna say what are the live odds, but I ain't gonna say that because we ain't doing live odds tonight. Did you go first, Magda? All right, it's Cross. We'll
Cross
come to
went
you with
first,
this one,
I think,
Cross.
didn't he? No, because I went last there, so Cross went first on the last one.
All right, then it's Yao. Yao? If Yao there?
Elsa?
Yeah, I'll see you. Can you guys see me?
Yeah, he's definitely frozen.
All right, yeah. Talk away. We can hear you, though. We can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Okay, awesome. So in this fight, I think I'm going with the favorite in this fight. Why? Because he's and sorry, just give me a second. I forgot who the favorite is here. With Shara. Why? Because honestly, I think he's gonna win by head kick. If I look at his body of work, how he fights, yes, he uses too many head kicks, but Michael Venom Page doesn't use enough head kicks. He's more in the striking, more in the boxing. I think Shara's going to be able to keep the range using the legs, keeping MVP at bay, which will neutralize his striking and therefore give him the win either by head kick or decision win simply because he's going to tap him all over through the entire fight. So 100% Shara either by head kick finish in the second round or decision tap the whole fight.
Aussie fight fan in the house. What's happening, brother? Cheers for joining as always.
Yeah, man. Big up Aussie fight fan. Aussie fight fan in the house. Salute. I'm gonna be going with MVP on this one. I don't think you guys are gonna be surprised. All right, is that one really bad knockout that we know of? That knockout that was crazy by Lima. But when you look at MVP's career, some of his knockouts are just insane, and it doesn't telegraph. And how much of him not telegraphing can a brother with one eye see? Big up Dre Miley, salute to you, Dre Miley, we love you. But I got to factor that in because of how MVP fights. Just because of how he fights, it blindsides you with strikes from nowhere. So, and I think, all right, Shara definitely got fantastic striking. Obviously, he's 15-0. But number one, I need a dog. So you get it. Yeah. Number two, I think MVP definitely got the potential to win this fight. And MVP is going to be my third underdog of the night. I think if at least one of these two, and you talked about it on Dust Up Shit Down yesterday, Cross, in terms of power, like MVP does have that power over Shara at least. Maybe Shara with a bit more volume, a bit more Kobe Covington-ish, just racking up volume and pressure. But MVP at some point would find that finish, and I think he gets on this one. So we'll see how it goes on the night, but I'm going to go with MVP. What about you, Magden?
Yeah, I said last night I was going to be back in MVP, and again, I've only had 2 dogs so far, so I do need another one. Since last night, I've gone away and I've looked at this fight a little bit more, and I still think I'm still leaning MVP. I'm still thinking the unorthodox, crazy strikes that are going to come out of nowhere, like you say, blindside him, probably going to catch him. He's got the power, that like karate style. You know what I mean? The pace he's going to be able to keep up with. The experience is vast in comparison. But Shara does, like I said last night as well, like Shara could get it if it goes to the judges. We've seen this fuckery too many times. Yeah, I mean, It could end up going that way to Shara if it makes it to the end of that fight. But then there is also the fact of Shara's no joke too. Like, he could throw something and crack him and all. Yeah, I mean, like, he could catch him with the leg kicks and keep the range, like you say. So I'm split. I'm going to say MVP for the sake of saying MVP, but I might pick another dog in the picks that is into Leroy. might be slightly edited compared to what I'm saying on the show. I'm going to ponder it a little bit longer. Yeah, you got something to say, brother.
I realize if I say what I say, I'll give you an insight to getting a pick that might give you points. I'm going to shut my mouth.
I'm already fucking considering changing it anyway, so.
Look, MVP came up to middleweight for this fight. Magomedov is a natural middleweight. MVP is going to get flatlined. It's that simple. Like, there's no chance. He can't win this fight.
All right, I'm changing my underdog.
You see, that's
I'm fucking with you. Okay, I'm fucking with you. Cross, talk to me.
So for me here, I mean, something a lot of people aren't talking about. MVP's got a 6-inch reach advantage. You know, he likes to stay at range with that bladed karate stance and just darts in and out, gets in and out. I think MVP's speed is going to give Shar big time problems in that first round. And Shar's going to be like, what is this? Like, I can't figure this out. MVP is going to have the advantage because he's dealt with all these different kinds of strikers in his career. Shar Magomedov's boxing, to me, I feel like that's something else he needs to improve as well as his grappling. But this fight's definitely going to play out on the feet. And, you know, everybody says I look like MVP, so I might as well. I'm going with MVP.
Yes, sir. See there, and for me, it's more the fact of him. He doesn't telegraph. To me, that's a big factor, and he's knocked out so many people with that style. And I think you've got to factor that side of that's. I'm not trying to convince you, Yao, or McDane, but it's just something to factor in with what we've seen MVP do throughout his career, the way he's knocked people out, not telegraphing nothing. You don't even know what he's gonna do. He don't even know what he's gonna do. That's the crazy part about MVP. I love that side of his game, and I think we're gonna see on display tomorrow because this is gonna be a striking match. Okay.
Yeah. And Lima's the only dude that's ever outstruck MVP on the feet. And I mean, maybe Shar can do it, but I just think it's a tall task. You just think you're going to outstrike MVP.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, let's get to the main event of the evening. We got Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. Nasruddin Imavov coming in with a record of 15-4. Israel Adesanya is coming in with a record of 24-4. Israel fighting out of Nigeria, and we got Nasruddin Imavov fighting out of France. This fight is happening in the middleweight division. Let's come to Yao. Yao, talk to me.
The style bender needed to take a 5-round fight in order to keep title fit, and he's taking it against someone who is very dangerous in the form of Imavov. But unfortunately, I don't think Imavov is going to be able to take it. The skills of the style bender in this one. If we look at how Imavov fights and how the style bender fights, Imavov has a very forward style, very pressing. But after he comes in, he drops his hands, and that is the perfect opening for Israel Adesanya and his counter striking. So I think it's going to be a counter striking clinic from Israel, unless Imavov has done something different in how he fights. We all know that fighters struggle with that. Look at Strickland. He's teep block. That's all he really does, jab. So let's see if he can bring something different. But if he doesn't, Izzy definitely is going to take it. We've seen him practicing his get-ups. He did it against Strickus. So definitely Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, man. You can see it right there. I don't got to say much, right? You know, that's the countryman right there, and we don't pick against them. I don't, anyways. But talking logically about the fight, just the preparation that I've seen Izzy and how seriously he's taking this fight, bringing in Bobby Knuckles, a fighter that we all respect. At least I believe we all respect Bobby Knuckles, and what you know.
3 out of 4 of us do.
What are you saying, bro? I respect the man, dog.
I'm talking about Yao, bro. What are you jumping on the floor?
He's talking about me.
That's why I say at least some of us do, you know. But yeah, you know, the preparation that is given this fight and the seriousness is given it. And some of what he's been saying with the newfound hunger, um, just to try and fight for him, because Easy has a lot of fun when he's just fighting for him, and we've seen it in the past, and I think we're about to see that side of him again. Um, it's going to be a fun fight, especially for Easy, and I think he's going to show up and show out. I'm not picking against my boy. I'm picking Stylebender. What you say, Magdin?
First off, shout out to Combat Sports Today. If you ain't following Combat Sports Today, make sure you go onto Twitter and drop them a
Come
sub.
on, Combat Sports Today.
Get onto YouTube and check them out too. You know what I mean? One of the fastest growing pages in the MMA media space, people. Get on them.
Go.
Boys are killing the game. So, yeah, Owen said it perfectly last night. You're going to look at the grappling from Imavov to see what he can go and do from that side of things. Yeah, he's going to be walking forward. He's going to drop his hands low. We're going to see the counter striking from Israel Adesanya coming in there. And there's not any grappling that he hasn't seen before. And he also doesn't have that bulldog approach as what you're getting from DDP. Owen laid that one out perfectly last night. Like you couldn't have actually stated that any better. And Adesanya was doing fairly well until he wasn't against DDP, especially in the grappling exchanges too. Sheer power got him through. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was laughing. He's like, yeah, whatever, bro. But yeah, counter striking masterclass is probably what we're going to see here. And I think also taking the stress away from it being a title fight and it just being a 5-round fight that he can go out there and try and get back into that flow state, try and be the style bender that we know. I think this is going to be like the rebirth of Israel, and I'm looking forward to watching it. It's going to be a decent scrap. It's going to be interesting to see what Imavov can bring to the table. But I'm seeing Izzy taking this one.
Yeah, man. Cross.
So we got 2 top 5 middleweights, and just looking at the rankings, I think this is the perfect matchup for Israel Adesanya. Going up against another striker, likes to stay at range. Imavov can mix up a little bit of grappling, but his cardio and his fight style, he doesn't really use it offensively much. So I think Imavov's just going to try and do his thing and strike at range with Izzy, but that's literally the most difficult way to fight Izzy, and you're just fighting Izzy where he wants the fight to be. I think Imavov's going to have to make this uncomfortable, make it dirty, get in the clinch, get Izzy up against the octagon, but I just don't see him doing that. And I think Izzy's gonna do his normal thing with the leg kicks, jabs, 1-2s, keeping the fight at range and looking like the style bender. So I'm going with Israel Adesanya.
Okay. That completes the bout. That completes the card, people. We are going to get to the dog of the week. Cross, we might as well stick with you.
My dog of the week is my brother from another mother, Michael Venom Page, in the co-main event.
Yeah, man. That's a good dog. Yow?
Can you do McDane first?
No,
we're going in the
you, brother.
No, we
okay, fine. It's Ziam.
Under pressure.
Ziam.
You're going with Fariziam? Yeah, I'm going for Fariziam as well. I picked Fariziam as my dog of the week. McDane.
You'll find out mine once I give it to Leroy.
Nah, man, come on, give it to the people, give it to the audience, man.
I've already told you I might be mixing.
Give the audience something. You can change it. Give the audience something. Don't do that to the audience.
Something.
Yeah, give the audience something, man. You can change it later if you want to. Give the audience something.
Bro, Jamal Pogue's nice and early. Might be a shout, Nah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick with my Nigerian brother Cross, and I'm gonna be taking MVP as well.
Okay.
There you go, people. You see, McDane didn't want to give you his dog of the week, but we have to make him pay up, man. You know what I mean? You can't leave the screen without giving the audience the dog of the week. Big up to everybody that stayed in with us. Salute to every single one of you. Big love. Make sure you're showing love to the Rambling Dad, Crossover MMA, Kick Him in the Head Kick Podcast, Making the Walk, Cage Scribe, S Dogs, MMA Normally, all these guys.
Bro,
Go
this
show love
team's
to
getting
them, man.
too big to remember
You
in
know
all
what I
these handles. Like,
Nah, yo, I rock them up, man. You know what I mean? I had to put them out there, you know. So it's like a nice, you know, when you're trying to put that the snooker balls in triangle and try to just rack them up like that. Yeah, man. That's what I do with them names there. You know what I
see
mean?
when I'm tagging you guys on Instagram, I'm like, right, boom, 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 boom. Who have I forgot?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Always
That's the
forgetting
bad one.
somebody. Never
Yeah,
fails.
man. For real. For real. There's too many of us. But big up, big love is a family thing. Salute to every single one of you. And yeah, come join us tomorrow for the watch along. One of these boys, soon as I get off the Arsenal game, I'm jumping on whatever these
I,
man them are doing.
I was about to
on-
say I'll probably run one if I can get the wife and kids out of the house and off to the mother-in-laws.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I'll
man.
drop one
If
out.
you man can run one, we run the destination, and people come and join us tomorrow for that watch along. Easy versus Imavov. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one, people. Hasta la vista. Salute. We're out.
Later, people.
Hey guys, this is John Anik from the UFC. You're watching the Fight Week Show. Please subscribe. Not now, but right now. Subscribe to the Fight Week Show. We'll see you guys on the road soon.